Hey there everybody, it is Big Dave. Today I'm working on an Xbox One X. It's got a couple of things that may be problems. The first is that when it's plugged in like it is now, it's actually making a very faint buzzing noise. I don't think the microphone can pick it up, but if you unplug it, the noise stops. But if you plug it back in, immediately it starts a little buzzing noise again. Also, when I try to start it, so it does make the starting sound like it wants to start up, but doesn't do anything else. That's it. So I'm guessing it's probably a power supply issue. I think we probably need to replace the power supply in here. It could also be a hard drive issue causing it not to start up, but my guess is the power supply. Either way, I need to take it apart, so I'm going to get started with that. So now that I've got it mostly taken apart, I can actually hear something rattling around inside, which is definitely not what you want. Something little, I don't know if the microphone can pick that up, but there's some little piece of plastic that's definitely broken off somewhere and is rattling around on the motherboard. Also, there is some dusty places right here next to where these vent holes are. The fan is a little bit dirty, and then dusty on this side as well. So I'm definitely going to clean that up while I'm in here. But anyway, this is our power supply. And if that's the issue, this is what I'm going to have to replace. Actually, before I do anything with the power supply, now that I have access to the hard drive here, I'm going to swap this out for a known working hard drive, just to make sure the hard drive is not the issue that we're dealing with. Alright, so here's the plastic piece that was rattling around in there. Looks like the edge of where a screw screws in somewhere that's just broken off. Okay, so plugging this in with the case half disassembled like this, the buzzing sound is definitely more noticeable coming from this. And when I try to turn it on here, it makes the startup sound. It gives me a light. No fan spin though. And then it auto shuts off. So I don't think the hard drive has anything to do with it. Alright, so in order to get the power supply out, you have to take off the fan and fan shroud as well. The power supply has a cord that runs through here, and this is where it plugs into. You could take this cord off without removing the fan shroud, but this little piece would still be stuck, so you have to take the whole thing off. Now, power supplies are actually pretty dangerous to work on. They can hold voltage for a long time, even when the system's unplugged, and they can shock you sometimes very badly. So there's a big capacitor in here that holds a lot of voltage. Usually that's what makes that buzzing sound. And they make these things difficult to get into on purpose because it's dangerous to work on them. So what I'm going to do is actually just replace this power supply. We'll get a new one in here and hopefully that'll get it running smooth. In the meantime, I will be cleaning out the fan shroud. I'll clean off the motherboard and any dust that's in here, and then we'll put in that new power supply. Okay, so it is a few days later. I've got my new power supply right here, so I'm going to go ahead and get it installed. Okay, so interestingly, I just plugged in the system now that I've got the new power supply on here, and even though it would still technically be in standby mode, the cooling fan just came on. which I will take as a very good sign. So next thing we're going to do is turn it on real quick here. Get you a shot of my monitor there, and let's see what we get. It made the noise. The light came on. TV's trying to get a signal. Oh, there it is. Alright, so the profile sign-in page popped up here, which means this Xbox One X is now working. And all we needed to do is replace this power supply. So that's pretty good. That's kind of an expensive fix. The power supplies run between $40 and $50 a piece. But still, now we have a working Xbox One X. Okay, so I got this guy back together now. I also installed some lights on the sides here. On each side I've got an RGB light install. I realized about halfway through installing it that I had forgotten to record that, so I apologize. I didn't show me putting the lights in there, but honestly there wasn't much cosmetically you can do really with an Xbox One X because the inside is pretty compact. There's not a lot of room to put lights in here, honestly, and also for things like adding a window. If I cut a window in the top of this, you wouldn't even see anything except metal casing. It'd be pretty boring, so I'm not going to worry about that. But I just turned off the lights so you can see I've got RGB lights on the side grill here, fading between colors here on the left side, and over here on the right side as well. But it should add a little nice glow around the system. All right, so we got this thing back together and fixed. We got it modded, and it is ready to go. Thanks everybody for watching. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button. I am Big Dave, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.